Oh, right. We've got Hero in the bottom right side of the map for T1 playing PvP in the RSL against SOS. That's right, playing on his barcode account, guys, like legend he is. Shout out to me / my lovely editor who's managed to remember to change this name to SOS down here on the bottom, except they probably haven't. I've probably forgotten to write it down in the document. I apologize. You know who he is. We've announced it at the start. It's SOS. It's on the title, probably on the thumbnail. Hero and SOS. It's going to have a bit of banter. And we'll see how they go. Now, SOS is a genius. Just before I said, guys, we're about to cast Hero SOS, my stream chat said, SOS still plays? And I was like, what are you talking about? You don't know SOS plays? Dude, SOS doesn't just play StarCraft. He cheeses StarCraft. This man has the APM of a wet donut and really can't keep up mechanically with any of the top players. But by God, are his strategies fantastic. SOS is cheesing, he's having fun, and he's taking maps off just about everyone. We'll see what he can do in a PvP. If he can keep this matchup fancy and do something tricky, maybe able to find some success here. It looks like he's trying to go double gas for expand. Hero playing a more standard 2-gate. And will, of course, deny SOS's expansion. SOS going to attack that probe as he goes towards the Cybercore. Looks like he might just go Stargate into expand. Hero not a big fan usually of the kind of Phoenix War. Maybe he's banking on that. Maybe he says, yeah, you're probably not going to go into a Phoenix War. I can go Stargate and still not worry about that. Probe goes for the pylon. Does lose the probe, though, does Hero, which means SOS can build another pylon on the low ground. He's got a Zealot building. Not spending any gas on Adept or Stalker, of course, because the Cybercore is not done. And we are going to see Hero. I think we're going to see 2 Adepts. I think Hero wants to get across this map and see what's happening early. And there's going to be 2 Adepts indeed. Good choice. He's stopped at a pretty low work account, has Hero. And he's going to go Robo. Oh, okay, so he's going to go very aggressive with the 2-gate Robo here. And of course, SOS is now going to go Sentry into Nexus. So he's actually going to play an economic build. Probe comes in, sees the Robo. Does he go Nexus? No, he drops the Stargate. So it's reactive tech. It was only Stargate to counter the tech of Hero. He was going to wait to see what Hero did and then counter it. Hero cancels the Robo, builds a Stargate of his own. Oh my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a bit of a shit show on our hands. This could be a very fun game. Neither side knows what the other's doing just yet. But Hallucination's going to confirm it. And actually, you could double down on the Phoenix here as SOS. Zealot's going to try to run in. Battery comes up. Zealot could try to kill that battery as it's building. Doesn't have a crazy amount of hit points, but of course, extra depths coming out will deal with the Zealot very easily. Battery goes down in that wall off. And the Stalker will push it away. Needs to be Phoenix pretty early, I think, here for SOS. He does go for the Phoenix. Hero not a big fan of the Phoenix War, especially when he's playing the likes of Max Packs, but he might feel favored against a guy like SOS in this sort of scenario. SOS is going to be careful. You don't want to lose that Stalker to a couple of Adepts. That would be a bit sloppy. Of course, he's got a battery there. He can heal up on it with the battery. Stalker should be more than a match for these Adepts. Zealot's going to walk. He ran away. The Zealot comes back for the scout. Confirms that it's an Oracle. Oh, he tried to get behind the minerals. If you get behind the minerals, they can't surround you. But good probe surround for Hero. Does still lose 2 probes, though, as the Zealot goes to the corner. Oh, he's going to get 3rd probe. Not bad. Not bad. 3 probes. Pretty damn nice there. SOS finds some damage. Hero's only on 21 workers, by the way. Hero's economy sucks. SOS has a battery up in the main. He's got a Stalker, a Sentry, another Stalker. He's trying to build Phoenix here. The Oracle and the 4 Adepts arriving in the front. Hero needs to chrono probes. He's chronoing another Oracle. Hero is really trying to force the harassment to find some damage. He's going to get that probe there, but the Phoenix and the battery should easily defend him, I think. Oh, we got another probe there because it's just out of battery healing as they return the gas there. So he did get a 2nd probe. Nicely done, but not really worth losing the Oracle for just 2 probes. No wall off here, but with 2 Phoenix able to lift, you can't commit to the Shade. The Phoenix can ruin these Adepts, but the Oracle says, hey, if the Adepts distract, that's when the Oracle can maybe go in and do some damage. But he knows there's a battery there, so I don't know if this is the smartest idea, man. Stalkers and Sentries can defend that. 3 Phoenix out, 4th on the way. Twilight Council behind it. Indeed, Hero will try and avoid going for the Phoenix War. Doesn't want to play Phoenix versus Phoenix. And he's going to go in for this push. Okay, so these guys, unfortunately, the Sentries and Stalkers are split firing a bit, but good force field. Really good force field. At least one of those is going to go down, and the Phoenix could pick up those Adepts as they shade, guys. 2 of them will shade in the main. The Phoenix instantly pick them up. 3 probes go down, but for 4 Adepts, that's a good clean up there for Mr. SOS. SOS with a fantastic game 1 lead, guys. He's got Phoenix for map control. He's got Robo for Immortals. Blink has just started. Hero finds himself behind. I do think Hero should try to take a 3rd, but Knowing SOS doesn't take third bases and is probably just going to all in, it's probably not a great idea. Stasis trap off on the side, gets a few gas workers. Gonna go for another one in the mineral line. SOS tries to attack it, misclicks on his Nexus. Does get a bunch of probes frozen there. Really good harassment. Phoenix will pick up a few of these probes in the main, and that's going to allow him to maybe force field the ramp. SOS gets 5 probes, flies away. These guys are going to go forward. He's going to force field the ramp when the army tries to come down. Oh, this is a really cute play. Not a good force field, but good enough because Stalkers are fat boys. He's going to focus down a bunch of probes. SOS with some slick moves. This is amazing PvP, guys. As I said, we're going to see PvP crime here. Just got to get out now. Otherwise, he will lose these. But he's still 5 Phoenix on the map, or 4. You got to be careful. I guess one of them might have died. Gets himself a few more probes. One Stalker does fall, but look at that. 15 workers go down. Excellent damage. These Stalkers, though, going to catch SOS on the way home. Oh, no, SOS should have recalled. He should have recalled, man. He's going to get trapped. And here we go. Hero with the trap. That means there's no escape. The Oracle flies in and die. Hero with a lazy F2 there. Now the Phoenix does pick off a unit rallying across the map. Not sure what that was. All these Stalkers going down. SOS desperately needs to get Immortals out. He's got 1 Immortal, 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry. With the help of the Phoenix, they should be safe. This Stalker will go down as well. Units lost tab is a total mess. We've seen so many Heroes probes die. He is down 13 workers, or 12 workers. But these Phoenix don't have lifts. These Phoenix desperately need lifts. The hallucination on the Immortal, very smart, so the Stalkers maybe waste a volley. And staying on 2 base is, like I said, SOS doesn't know how to take third bases. He very rarely expands past 2 bases. He still plays StarCraft 2 like it's Heart of the Swarm, so he's very comfortable in this sort of game. As Hero, you want to get to 3 base versus 3 base. That's where you're going to be way more experienced, but very nice pickup. Gets himself a Stalker. Actually, he didn't get the Stalker, did he? Because he lost the Phoenix. Phoenix got focus, sorry. Good focus fire for Hero. Second Immortal's out, third is almost there. Sets off the barrier, pulls back. The Phoenix need to be careful. I think you have to just YOLO this, pick up 2 Stalkers and go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Immortal Stalker Sentry Zealot. Doing what they can. Stalker Sentry poking in and out. Oh, the Immortal does take damage. Dude, Hero, he's looking for it. He gets a big volley, but he does lose a Stalker. Another one that ends up deep in the orange. His Immortal's getting a little bit damaged. Another Oracle building, more Immortals. Still no charge on the way. I really feel there should have been a Twilight by now to have some sort of follow-up. He gets the Sentry there with a Focus Fire, building a battery on the front as well. Hero's going to try and do this with just pure Blink Micro. Could work out. You need a Warp Prism to counter this. Warp Prism hard counters this build because you can pick up the units that he target fires with the Stalkers, but look at that. Hero blinking in, snagging 2 unit kills there. Not even going for the big Immortals, going for the smaller units. And I don't know if SOS can keep up in this scenario. He doesn't have a Warp Prism, which is, I think, a huge mistake, man. The Immortals are getting focused down. The Zealots do kill a lot of units. The supply is pretty competitive. The Protoss, Blue Protoss, sorry, has to back away. Maybe blink a single Stalker in just to set off that stasis trap. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Phoenix on the other side. He picks up both probes at once. SOS with a display of fantastic micro. No doubt this is a stressful situation for him, but he does end up just dropping both probes back to the ground, as obviously you can't shoot while you're lifting. Need to do those one at a time. The Phoenix is going to come back now. He does manage to get the 2 Adepts in the main. I think Hero with the multitasking might be able to get back into this game. SOS, he needed a Prism behind the Immortals. As long as there's a Prism behind the Immortals, you just pick up your Immortals and they'll never die. The Stalkers can't deal with that because Stalkers shoot too slowly. It's even better than the Medevac pickup micro that you see guys like Clem do all the time to ruin Protoss's days. But look at this. This is where the Warp Prism behind picking your Immortals up just ruins this sort of push. Forces him to only focus your basic units, and that's where your Immortals can do damage. Supply is still pretty bad, though. A lot of the Stalkers go down for Hero. I think SOS will be able to defend this. Very nice play, actually, to have SOS just non-stop chrono Immortals. This guy's out of barrier. Those Stalkers maybe could dive on it now and get rid of it. And then there's no damage left. Only 1 Immortal left. He might still die. Oh, the Phoenix fly directly over. One of them goes down. Another Stalker Immortal comes out, takes a big shot on its barrier. Those energy shields getting healed by the shield battery. Hero takes a third base. Oracle on the right side is there. Hasn't done too much just yet. 5 kills only. The Immortals go forward. Started stepping backwards is SOS, but they do get volleyed down. The Phoenix should be lifting up one of these. The Zealots and Stalkers trying to fight as their best as they can. Now that Blink's off cooldown, Hero Stalkers are much better than SOS's. Can he pull away and heal up? He's going to try and run back to the battery. The Zealot there does try to chase them down. He's not quite able to get them. The Stalkers getting some volleys on the Phoenix as well. The Oracle's going to go in one more time. I think he should just use the laser rather than a stasis trap. The Oracle gets clicked forward, but SOS doesn't have the multitasking for this. Hero using his raw speed and power. SOS actually has higher APM currently and almost the same average as Hero, but it's not just about how fast you spam buttons, it's about how effectively you spam buttons. The Oracle in the main is going to ruin Hero's income. Phoenix picks up a Stalker, more probes being pulled. This Immortal coming out as well. If you'd gone for a Prism after 2 Immortals and then continued Immortal production, it would have been a good play. Of course, you have to keep very far back with the Prism from those Immortals so you don't get focused by the Stalkers, but it is the play. The Probe's actually very good as against such a low Stalk count. Oracle kills another 4 Probes, bringing it up to 9. Hero's economy down in the dumps right now. The Immortals and the Stalkers, if they get rid of these pylons, that could be game over, dude. Stalkers had to warp in at home, right? Stalkers at home means less Stalkers on the front, means he's not quite able to deal with this. The 4 Stalkers struggling. The Adepts are going to shade past, though. Can Hero do damage? Hero has a 3rd up right now. Remember, Hero has a 3rd up. +1 armor's coming in right now. The upgrades are getting better and better for SOS. He picks up one of the Adepts, but that means there is still 2 there. Luckily, the other Adept does warp in. Immortal goes back into the main to try and defend as well. Stalkers on the front could be a nuisance. Hero working his way through, doing so much economic damage. Third base has only just started. 14 probes going down. And Hero here, multitasking SOS despite an advantageous opening. But Dark Shrine goes down. SOS says, when behind Dark Shrine, I'm taking too much damage. This is awkward. He's only building 1 probe at a time. He's not really fixing his economy. He's just kind of like, okay, let's hope these DTs get me back in this game. The Oracle could come in and snag a few probes on that left side as well, but I don't think he knows about this third base. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Oracle recall, very nice. Probes are now chronoing. SOS is going to try to rally out to that third 20 worker lead for Hero. If Hero can get these gates up, make charge zealots, get an observer out of this Robo. And the fact that he's building the Robo is huge. Robo's almost finished before Dark Shrine's up. I think Hero recovers, despite falling behind in the early game. Nice start for SOS. Wonder if the Forge was a mistake, guys. Part of me feels like it was. But even if he did it, I think Warp Prism would have made this amazing, man. The +5 damage on the Immortal shots is pretty powerful. And they go from like, what, 50 damage versus the shields, 49 versus the armored hit points of the Stalker, up to 55 and 54. Pretty damn powerful. Especially when you got like a Sentry, a few Stalkers and Zealots in there, incrementing smaller amounts. Defensive stasis traps are there in the main. If those Stalkers move to the right, they will get hammered by it. There are 2 Immortals here. He picks up one of them. Oh, that's so cute. Denies the +2 that's almost finished. As long as Hero doesn't walk into the stasis traps, and he doesn't, he's in a good spot. Kills the Phoenix as well. SOS's DTs walk in, but there's an Observer right there, which means they shouldn't be able to do too much damage. The Zealot Immortal will kill that Dark Templar. The one that runs into the main base will go down soon after. There are more DTs, or at least 1 more on the map, but he's not able to get as many as he would have liked. It's going to be 7, maybe 8. 7 probes does go down. Extra DT walks into the third. The Stalkers, do they see it? Don't think he does. Would have been cool if he killed the High Templar. Oh, he sees it now. Observer gets there. There's 2 Observers out, guys. And that's a shutdown on the DTs. I think SOS's sand has run out of the hourglass. What an exciting early game, though. But yeah, that Warp Prism micro is so essential. You often think Immortals, couple Zealots in front. Of course this holds against Stalkers. Immortals counter Stalkers, but you got to realize with Blink, and if you don't have enough supporting units like Charge, Archons, whatever else, the Stalkers can kind of like run in, focus the Immortals down, and like blink back really quickly, or blink forward, snipe them, and run away. You can really volley the damage out just due to the maneuverability of the Stalkers. And that's what the Warp Prism counteracts, because the fact that Immortals don't have projectiles, you can't dodge their attacks, but Stalkers shoot a relatively slow projectile for StarCraft standards. If you pick up the Immortal before they connect, they do not take the damage. Those attacks are all wasted. DTs just make cheaper Archons. It's fine, Pig. I mean, yeah, they're much more expensive Archons, but they definitely are cheaper on the gas, which is why the DT Archons can be nice. But of course, there's a reason he made the Templar Archives as well. Much like me, SOS prefers the High Templar Archon. Minerals goes into Zealots, gas goes into Archons. You get so many more of both units. But 4 Archons already up for Hero, not to mention the 22 Zealots. Yeah, there's a double upgrade advantage for SOS, who's rebuilt his Forge, is going for +2. But he's been down in workers for so long. 40 army supply behind. And I don't think 3 Archons are going to recover you from this spot. He's got 5 Immortals, 3 Archons, which is kind of sick. The Stasis Trap freezes a bunch of them. Another stasis trap tries to go down here. It gets set off by the guys that are already in the stasis. They were a bit too close to it. The Immortal Archon trying to defend for SOS desperately against a far superior army. The Immortal's pulling back into an arc. He's trying to warp in more Zealots. An amazing fighting position. I really like everything SOS did in this fight was awesome. He's just miles behind, and he cannot overcome a 40 army supply deficit, even with the extra armor upgrade. Hero hits just before +2 kicks in, and that is game. All right, guys, here we're in the bottom left side of the map. A recovery in game 1. Let's not find ourselves in a recovery situation to begin with, I think. SOS started that off early very well, but there's always an awkward point when you take the skies, your opponent pivots blink earlier than you, where you're like, ooh, I better go Immortal so I don't get overrun by his superior Stalker count. And yeah, there's so much money in each Immortal, and it takes so much firepower to actually kill them. It forces Hero to focus fire, and that's why at this level, at high level, it's all about the Warp Prism pickup micro, and that's something that SOS really should know. But of course, he was in the military doing his national service. Was away for a bit. He's back having fun playing the game, but he's never really been a super fast player anyway. So for him, it's all about just having fun. Dude, is SOS speed mining? What in the world? Guys, SOS is speed mining. He's like one of the slowest, worst mechanical players in the world out of like all the pros. And yet he is speed mining. That's crazy. I guess there's nothing else to do if you're doing a no scout build here at the start of the game. Why not? He's got, I'm just like, that's crazy. And to be fair, his APM's actually been above 200 in this match at least. Maybe he's been grinding a lot. Maybe his muscle memory's kicking in again. He's practicing faster. Oh, Hero messed up the block. Hero didn't even block him there. Hero messed up. Lets him get the 1 gate up against Hero's 2 gate. Hero might feel like he has to all in here. And SOS wisely tracks the probe so he can't throw a secret proxy up near your base. Got to track him. Cybercore goes up there. Second gas goes down up in that main base. Hero builds a pylon outside the base. That's got to be a fake. If you commit to this, it will not get up. Because he can just build like a Zealot, a few Stalkers, and deny your proxy almost always. But I think he's trying to force an over-response from SOS, and he should just continue probing at home. But we'll find out. It's going to be double Stalker this time around. A bit more of a straight-up front-on aggressive force. Probe's going to rotate around, denying the minerals. Other probe's going to go up here as well. 2 Stalkers halfway done. Doesn't know what's building, of course. The probe's going to trap him inside. Not a bad choice. Stops him from leaving and getting any more scouting. Sees the probe go... Oh, wait, Hero changes his mind. I think he figures, you know what? You're too deep. You're not going to escape either way. Stalkers take out the probe. Will head across the map. This probe on the other side will go down to the sentry. SOS did have to invest to trap him in there. He's going to go for hallucination. Double battery plus hallucination. 1 to block. He cancels it. The other one on the natural will actually finish. And he'd like to throw up a tech structure, but he wants to kill the probe first. Stargate's going to go down. Hero. Very annoying, but finally does go down. This is Throne to the Dunes, by the way, guys. I think this is an AVAX map. Pretty cool one. AVAX does make some bangers. Sentry Stalker coming to the low ground. The Stalker's going to get a few hits off. All it does is drain energy, though. Of course, SOS, as long as he stays near the battery, he's safe for now. But once there's 2 more units, that's where it becomes a little dicey. 4 versus 2, just because of the damage difference. Scouts the expansion, though, does SOS. And SOS should know, chrono those probes. That's what he's doing on his natural. But he's not queuing probes in his main. And he's chronoing into no probe production on his natural. SOS needs to keep those probes up, man. He's so distracted right now. This is very light pressure for Hero, and yet it's getting a big response. Good micro here, though. Energy recharge comes down, so he doesn't take too much damage. It's a pretty even trade of hit points. But there is a 5th and 6th Stalker arriving. Oracle's on the way. No extra gateway unit building. Warp gate's almost there. I think he does know that there is indeed units warping on the front. Even though it's just 1 adept for now, 2nd adept does begin to warp in. But it's a slow warp in because this pylon is nowhere near a warp gate or a nexus. 11 seconds rather than 4 seconds to warp in there. That's going to shade in. Wall-off goes up. Well played. Stalker Sentry is going to be a little slow to clean these guys up, but I think it's enough. If you only lose 2 probes, you get rid of the adepts, it's still pretty good. Got to watch out for the force field, though. Ooh, that force field's a little bit nasty, man. Nice push here for Hero. Oh, Hero doing some big damage. The batteries are out of juice, but he backs off. He's a little afraid about getting caught there. Oracle's going to go in and ruin him. Oracle is going to ruin him. I think he feels like he's applying so much pressure, and there was a sentry. Hero doesn't know about the Stargate, does he? He has no idea about the Stargate. Well, now he knows. As that Oracle flies in, it's got a fair bit of energy. It's going to kill quite a few of these Oracles. How much damage can he do? There's a recall coming in, and he's going to get 5 probes. Oh my gosh, don't lose the Oracle. He loses the Oracle, and he only gets 5. SOS with some very subpar micro. Could have gone to the natural, got a bunch more, and kept it alive. The Oracles right now are going to awkwardly fly past each other. I'm going to kill your workers. I'm going to kill your workers first. SOS notices. Does Hero notice? I'm not sure if Hero noticed. He does have 3 Stalkers on that side of the natural. The rest of the Stalker Sentry moving in. This looks good for Hero in that regard. But worker count-wise, remember, SOS had his natural up earlier, and even though he wasn't the best at probing, like max would be at 45 probes by now. But you know what? 7 probes? It's actually still really good. Twilights aren't too far behind for SOS either. So he's not going to have the same sort of maneuverability disadvantage that he had in the last game. And these Stalkers should be able to deal with these Adepts quite well. Shade's going to come in. Oracle's not quite there. But the Phoenix can pick one up. That's going to work out. Oracle turns on its laser. 3 Adepts get shut down. That's a nice supply swing in SOS's favor. He's already ahead in workers. Hero's going to try and take a quick third in order to recover. I think even though SOS is ahead, I favor Hero's position. And the reason for that is because it's getting towards a normal game. You get to 3 base, 4 base. I just think Hero's going to outplay him every time. Oracle gets saved by the Stalkers. There's quite a few Stalkers here, though. 8 versus 8. Very similar numbers. SOS pushes him back, and he takes a third. It's only about 30, 40 seconds behind Heroes, which is actually good. That's a competitive third base timing. I'd love to see Hero fix his saturation. His main's under saturation. His natural's over, and he should already be probing and rallying towards that third, unless he's going to build a proxy gate. There's no probe on the other side of the map, so definitely SOS needs to get a move on with his macro machine, while Hero seems to be building batteries in every base. Knowing that there's an Oracle out for the other side, he's sending his own Oracle around. He's on 3-gate blink. The Oracle does actually fly in here and gets 3 probes. Maybe could have got a 4th just before that battery finished. This Oracle does escape down south. So the Forge is going to be ahead here for SOS. SOS does like his upgrades. He's also going to go up to 6 gateways all at once. Walling himself off on this right side. Not my favorite building placement, but at least it will go up eventually. Stalker Sentry hunting for the Oracle, but it escapes on the bottom side. 5 more gateways right now for SOS. I think we're going to see Charge already queued up. Yep, no surprises. 8-gate. 8-gate Zealot Stalker. The question is, how hard does he commit with this? Without a forward gateway, no robo for a Warp Prism. Feels like SOS is just going to jump across the map and do whatever. He's going to go with Templar Archives as well, but with only 3 gases, Templar Archives is not very useful yet. It might be in a few minutes. I guess if he's only building Zealots, he will eventually be able to afford some Archons. Oh, nice dive for Hero. Hero catches SOS with his pants down. Charge nowhere near done, and he kills a bunch of Stalkers. Hero all over this series, guys. Really well done play. Oh, and he even traps him with a stasis trap. Man, SOS is in so much trouble. Hero just too good. There is 8 gateways coming up, but he doesn't have charge, and he can't afford to make as many Stalkers as he'd like. This is a disaster. Oh, look at that force field! Even traps most of the Stalkers, so Hero can fight a few of the units at once, and then he can come back and catch these guys. SOS! Oh, he's in so much trouble. Hero's just blitzing fast, attacking, diving, picking off units where he can, and you can just see this sort of blink war, he is doing far too well. Fourth base up north. 3rd is there. SOS survives. Hero takes his own 4th. 1,000 resources, more positive trading now for Hero, despite the early game starting the other way around. That's a deny on the 4th. 100 minerals going down. The Oracle still doing damage, but SOS not really having the multitasking to micro that perfectly. Still gets 5 probes, gets out, which is really good. And his +2 is miles ahead. +1's only halfway on the way for Hero. New 4th base starts here for SOS. He's hunting around. He's got to be careful of that stasis trap. And you know Hero's rotating, so SOS needs to quickly scramble back to the other side or he's going to lose his 4th base again. He's trying to secure this base, but this is actually where he's already pivoted to, so bit of a misstep, and the Hero is just 1 step ahead at all times. He's going to get another base deny, unless the stasis ruins him. Only 5 Stalkers to the stasis. Looks like Hero not going to commit there. Probably could have snagged it. That's a lot of Zealots and Archons coming in. Hero's still just on Stalkers. For some reason, he's brought sentries. I mean, this is clearly an F2. I say for some reason, but come on. We know why. He's clearly just F2ing his army to the front. Stalker's much more maneuverable. Oh, he blinks forward, gets a bunch of SOS's Stalkers. SOS's Zealots a bit slow on this flank, man. Comes in from the side now. The Archons and Stalkers and Zealots diving forward. Can SOS chase this army down? Hero had a pretty big lead in this game, but got to be careful. Remember, early game SOS was mining a lot more than him, and that does add up. It gives him a bit more room to get back in this game despite how awkward the trades have been. And that was actually overall a positive trade. Even though it started bad for SOS, after that, a lot of Zealots are damaged. Not many actually died. Quite a few Stalkers died. You can see 15 Stalkers have died for Hero. Only 13 for SOS in this game. Stalker's got to blink away. One Archon is there. I don't think Archon's useful until there's Stalkers out, though. Zealots, I mean. Templar Archives goes down for Hero. I think he realizes he'll need Archons against the Mass Zealot that SOS is no doubt going to build. Oh, good blink forward. SOS forcing the fight. The Zealots are on top, and he times this out perfectly, so Hero's super stressed as the Zealots arrive. The Zealots will jump on top of the cannon, though. I think the probes in the cannon will deal with it. We'll see how many probes go down on that tab on the left side. Stalker's still running away. The Zealots do get cleaned up. Pretty efficient pull there. Zealots, cannon, and battery trying to defend here for SOS. SOS still chasing forwards. One more forward blink might actually be good, but it could also overexpose your units. And I think SOS is probably wise to back away from that as he heads towards +3 attack. SOS ahead on the upgrades. Only +1 armor coming in now for Hero. Hero couldn't afford the +3. Maybe went for the cheaper, quicker upgrade. He's going to add some Archons of his own. And yet SOS has somehow survived to 4 mineral lines. Still making just Zealots and Archons off 3 gases. Stalker's rotating north. 2 shield batteries coming in. Can these Stalkers actually kill this base? This stasis trap could be really big. If he blinks forward, that stasis freezes the Stalkers. This is going to be a disaster for Hero, because this army's a bit too small for him. He's got the Archons, but he's out upgraded by the enemy Zealot Archon, and there's a lot of Stalkers to back it up. The Stalkers blink in. They're going to try and focus this third Nexus down, but Hero's going to kill a lot of probes as well. He's also throwing his own stasis traps down on the front, and these Stalkers might start to step forward. The cannon does kill one of these Stalkers in a moment. A bunch of them get frozen. One of the Stalkers does go down. Can these Zealots get more damage? Is this just one base for one base, or is it going to go deeper? Kiri. The Zealots diving on the south side. Zealots chasing after these guys as well. The Zealot Archon Stalker on the south. These probes are in trouble. Oh god, they got to get out of here. I don't think many are going to escape. And they're not even mineral walked, so they definitely aren't going to escape. They get massacred, but at the same time, Hero's economy gets massacred on his side of the map. Remember, the upgrade's massively in the favor of SOS, but he needs that +3 to finish. Where's his forge? I think it's in the back of the main. Yes, it is. It's up inside the main base. As long as that +3 finishes, his army will be better than his opponents. He's trying to make some Archon Zealot battery. Archon Zealot battery could hold this choke point really well. Hero, oh, he was watching. If he wasn't watching, he would have lost a lot of Zealots there, but he pulls away. Really good call there for Hero. So many players would not be watching and lose 10 Zealots so quickly. Amazing reaction speed there for Hero, but SOS has the bigger army, and he's held his main base for now. Recall comes into the main, but actually SOS, he kills all the bases. They both killed all of each other's expansions. They both hold their main bases. SOS has a 20 supply lead. He's got +3 against 1-1. This is a very close game, but I mean, in terms of economy, you're both on one base. 13 minutes in, one guy has 20 more workers and 20 more army supply. If you slow down and double expand, you're ahead as SOS. If it turns into just one big battle, you're ahead and you should win that because you got similar Stalkers, you got 3 more Archons, 3 more Zealots, and better upgrades. But unfortunately, Hero will find the expansion and be able to shut that down, but he's not watching. Trying to micro his Stalkers down the ramp. Looks like he lost a Stalker there, so a negative trade. SOS Zealot and Archon trying to chase him down. These Zealots are going to go back, try and deny this expansion now. Maybe it's even better since it's further along. It's a bigger, more effective cancel. Stalker's still trying to blink that to pick off units. SOS's expansion gets denied. 2 Zealots in the top left go down. You can see the ready point Zealot did get saved by his friends. Hero blinking to the low ground. SOS doesn't see it just yet, but his army's going home. Stalker Zealot's going to struggle. A bit of Zealot Archon at home, building up. SOS still has not re-expanded. He's going to build a Robo. I think he's maybe worried about DTs. He's like, how can I lose this game? I think it's DTs. Ooh, Archon for a Stalker. Good trade for Hero. But, I mean, he needs probably better than good trades, right? He needs fantastic trades. The long-distance mining is going to be very consequential when you're at double the work account. Hero tries to take an expansion. Probes will block these zealots. They all go down. These are units you can't afford to trade. 5,000 resources, better trading here at the end of the day for SOS. That's pretty damn impressive, man. This early games are so chaotic, aren't they? What a fun series, man. I'm actually really impressed with SOS as well. As much as I'm critical of his multitasking, I think he's done a really good job of prioritizing what to do against Hero. And yeah, he's been out APM'd in a lot of situations. He's been pretty slow to react to a lot of fights. But I think a lot of players will be slower than Hero, and they'll get thrown off their game and get scatterbrained and fall apart. At no point has SOS, like, fallen apart. It's just, yeah, he has slower reactions and sometimes doesn't micro his army for like 3 seconds after a fight starts. But at no point does it look like he's making bad decisions, and that's kind of interesting. Zealot will scout this new base coming up. You've got one as well. Double gas going down there as well as the minerals. Both sides supply block. Dark Shrine goes down. He goes Robo for Observer and then Dark Shrine. SOS is like, yeah, this sort of game, man. Whoever has DTs wins, right? I mean, there's still an Oracle alive for Hero. That's his only detection. No Robo for him. Probe goes down. Zealot coming around the top side. My bad, Pig. I brought negative vibes to your chat. Oh, no worries, Ghost. It's all good, bro. That was like 20 minutes ago, wasn't it? It's all good. Maybe you're a bit behind in the stream. Sometimes people watching on the YouTube live stream don't realize. Happens sometimes when I'm watching a sporting match. I'm like, shouldn't halftime be over? And I'm like, somehow, I don't know, the stream paused at some point and then resumed, and I'm 15 minutes behind live, you know? Oracles get 5 more probes. Nice move for Hero. Dark Shrine's almost done, though. And if you lose this Oracle... Oh, SOS wants that Oracle snipe so badly, but he reacted a bit slowly. Should have just sent his Stalkers in a ball to chase it down, I feel like. Oh, watch out, watch out. Stasis traps for Hero could be really big, but that's actually a big one. Oh my god, they both stasis each other very big. Big stasis. An Oracle, oh man, I'd be so tempted to just blink on it and kill it, but he's sending a DT around, which is already going to do massive damage. It's a 23 worker economy for Hero. SOS has a bigger army, a better army. He's got +3 attack. His upgrades are better. Hero goes forward, escorts these units out of trouble, only loses 1 Zealot. And this is where his heart sinks, is when that DT walks in. And Hero now feels the pressure. Oh no, he feels a lot of pressure. He's like, oh gosh, I don't have any detection at home. He's got to get the Oracle home. He's trying to make some Zealots and High Templar. His main army's diving forward. SOS getting bullied back a little bit. SOS actually has the bigger army. If you stand and fight, you win here as SOS. I think he should do it. He tries to run away for a moment, then he changes his mind. He goes for it. The Zealots start to wrap around those Archons on the south side. His Stalkers start to gun down the Archons on the north. The +3 attack making the world of difference. And that is going to be that. Just way too much army for SOS, and he takes a map against the best best Protoss player in the world right now. SOS, very nice. All right, guys. Game 3, Hero in the bottom right, SOS in the top left. There's no way this game goes past 5 minutes. SOS is doing the Hesi Jimbo. Guys, he's doing the Hesi Jimbo. There's a guy on NA ladder called Hesi Jimbo. Apparently, Hesi Jimbo is a name for like a trick shot in basketball. I don't know anything about basketball. I live in Australia. We don't play that game here. Well, some people do, but not many. It's got more popular recently, to be fair. I have a few friends who play basketball, but it's definitely not one of our big sports. There's a guy called Hesi Jimbo on the ladder on NA who does this every game. Hides his gateway. You think you're getting proxy all in, and you panic, and he's just hidden it there, and then he just takes a Nexus, but you're panicking. Like, where's the proxy? What's going on? So right now, let's go to Hero's camera as he tries to pass what's going on. He's going to go 2 gates, pass with an R, guys, as in process, figure out. Oh, he's going to find it. Oh, he turned around. He turned around just before he found it. He had the right idea, but he didn't finish checking. He thinks he checked there. He thinks he checked deep enough to see a gateway. Oh my god. Okay, so he thinks he's getting on. He's building a second pylon. He's delayed his Cybercore to start a Zealot and second pylon here by a few seconds. He thinks there's an all in. He's going to go look for the proxy. He's looking for the gold base. He's like, did he take the gold? Did he take the gold? He's panicking right now, guys. Hero is panicking. SOS is doing a very normal 2-gate build. The only difference is that he's hidden the 2 gateways in the Cybercore. This is actually sick. He also delayed his second gas a bit, but that's no big deal. And he's going to build a thing in the wall off so he can maybe try and sneak some adepts in, eh? Is that the point of the pylon? Maybe, maybe not. Trying to see what's building. It looks like 3 zealots are building right now. Hero thinks he's getting proxy 4-gate zealoted into adepts or something. He's going to rush 3 zealots out with Chronos. Hero's like, oh god, we got to build zealots, man. And SOS is just like, I'm just making stalkers. He's got kind of like I would imagine a Peter Griffin laugh inside his head right now. Yeah, okay, the probe's going to pull up into the main base. 2 stalkers building on the other side now. So it was 2 zealots. He canceled the 3rd one. Hero is like, what are you doing, man? SOS locks him inside his base, which he's now walled off with 2 extra pylons. Oh my gosh, what is this? Hero is like so befuddled right now in this game. He's going to go for a 2 stalker, 2 zealot pressure. SOS, don't mess this up. Build enough units to actually fight. You got to make 4 stalkers here. Because you forced him to build a whole bunch of zealots. That's the thing. Stalkers come back. They're going to take out that probe. Okay, so you gotta. I mean, I think Hero still commits. And with 2 zealots in front of the 2 stalkers, he beats 2 stalkers, 2 sentries. You gotta be quick. Oh my god, SOS! He's on move command! No! SOS! Not like this, bro. He tricks Hero. You gotta be able to beat Hero with, you know, Hero's trick, man. Okay, the hallucinated stalkers is a really cute idea. Get some damage there for nothing in return. Sentry on the low ground is a bit exposed. You can see these units are struggling a little bit. And he realizes it's hallucination, does Hero. He's going to try and focus that Reddit point stalker. Focuses the other hallucination, takes care of the hallucination. The units are all still alive. We need these 2 stalkers. As they pop out, I think this turns into SOS's favor, but does it? 2 more stalkers arrive. Zealots are very good units, guys. Zealots are very good units. And SOS is losing the micro battle. And I think Hero might be able to take him out here just with a basic 2 zealot, 2 stalker bridge. This is the classic pressure your opponent into being doing weird stuff. And then they go across the map and just do crazy damage. But finally, the Stalker advantage is there for SOS. But with the Zealots landing hits, I don't know if it matters, man. He's losing this fight, potentially. He's already lost a few more expensive units, at least. More Stalkers popping out. One of them pops inside. Oh, no. One of them pops off inside. Oh, no. I mean, he does get that unit, but he loses that one. And SOS is going to lose with a genius opening that he did hide. But it's just not good enough. Hero comes across with 2 zealots, 2 stalkers. If he built 4 stalkers and A moved his stalkers, SOS is fine here. But unfortunately, guys, sometimes when your opponent's doing something fancy, you just have to go across the map and just effing kill them. Hero followed the day 9 advice, and all series long, he was so much better in pretty much every fight compared to SOS. Like, you could see the micro and speed difference was tangible. The fact that this was such a competitive series anyway is a testament to SOS's genius. There is a reason why he was the 2-time world champion 2013, 2015, and until Cyril made it to 2022 or whatever, when he won his 2nd world championship, it was the only 2-time world champion was SOS. Obviously now Cyril's a 3-time, but SOS, a legend within his own right, still bringing us action-packed games. That was the sick PvP. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.